Welcome back guys, it's Jdog back here again, and today we're going to be doing a sort of podcast slash vlog. We're going to keep it Minecraft related and just go over some different points, sort of change it up a little bit to the normal video. Of course I know I do mostly do tutorials and we throw some play with me's in there as well, but you know what, why not mix it up? So really the ideas with these videos is go over some cool Minecraft things, maybe discuss some episodes or something fun that might have happened on Minecraft, go over news, maybe chat with other creators, might be able to get some other creators together. We can sort of do a bit of a collab, have a chat about maybe different mods they're making and stuff like that. We're going to be discussing some of the latest news that comes out about Minecraft. There's going to be Bedrock and Java, and we'll try and sort of get everything in there, but we're going to keep it quite general. So let's start off with what we've been up to lately, or more in particular what I've been up to on Minecraft. And of course, as you know, tutorials as ever. My job is very closely related to making videos, sort of setting up servers and stuff like that, and I do find it to be one of the funner things, which is setting up servers. Of course I do like a survival like everybody else does, but I do also love setting up servers. It's not so much of the creative mode, because you know you can cheat and whatnot, but it's just what you'll be able to do in the amount of time. Of course I would love to build huge builds, however if they're going to take me a year time, I'll either leave it behind, I might make it a long project, but on the most part I do like to build servers. I mean, you just get so many things that you can sort of add to them. You can make them different in somewhat ways, you know, adding economies, points, games and stuff like that. Really that is what interests me, and it's nice sort of seeing communities grow. They all jump onto your, well, not all jump onto your server, but you know, eventually they start making friends, they chat to each other, they make friends on the server, and it grows like that. And really a Minecraft community is a great one, because you know you're all there for one sort of reason. Although not everybody might have the exact same play style, you know, you can still work together. Somebody might be better at one thing than the other, and these days and age with more people stuck in, it's good to have a game where you can just feel like you are with other people, you're with the community. If not, you can always join mini games and stuff like that. Now I've tried to keep it a mix of Java and Bedrock on my channel, because I don't like to stick to one or the other. Both have really good points to them, or really good different features. I may as well just go through them some now. Of course with Java you are going to get a lot more options initially. You're going to get mods. And what I did find as well when I made the switch is that most of them are free, so I still haven't had to pay for a mod. I've not seen for a mod that I have to pay for either. And there's loads of cool ways of just putting them onto your game as well. Using like launchers and stuff like that. You got the FTB launcher, you got the Cursed Forge launcher as well, and basically what they've done is they've taken the hassle out of you having to install Forge, install the mods. They've got all the best mod packs, all the most popular ones, and they've put them in one place just for you to click. It'll download it for you and you can instantly go on and play. Now this is something that I didn't find on Bedrock, because obviously you do have mods. The mods aren't quite as big and they aren't quite as spectacular, I found. However, this is changing slowly with some of the new updates that I've seen, some of the maps in particular with the animation and everything. It's starting to actually look really good. I mean, in terms of overtaking Java in some ways, I've not seen animations like that. Even with the mods, they still, you know, it's starting to look really good. However, you know, you don't often see mods with dragons, you know, add-ons with dragons. Some of them do, some of them are a bit buggy. I know I've tried with MCPE or MCPELD, I'm not sure. The mods for like PE, Bedrock. They do have some good add-ons, not a lot of them work. I do worry sometimes with that site that if what I'm downloading is going to be good or not. So I try not to use it too much. However, like I was saying, the Cursed Forge and the FTB launcher, these are really good. You just click in one installation, you get these mods. You can get huge mod packs of like 200 plus mods with dragons, dungeons, magic. I've not had a chance to go through and play with all of them, but you know, I'm trying to work my way through. If anybody has any good ideas or any good ones that you played with, just leave it down in the comments. I will try it out. Of course, I have tried RL Craft. I've tried a bit of Valhasia, if I'm saying that correctly, but I didn't play it for too long. And I would like to get another new one to sort of get stuck into. Now, more pluses that you do get with Java, of course, are plugins. Now, plugins are so varied and they can change the game so much. Coming from somebody that started with Bedrock and had been able to use command blocks, now been able to use plugins as well is great. I don't know if one's better than the other, but you know, like what you get in terms of just being able to install something that a developer or developing team has made. They've put it out there, on the most case for free. There are some paid plugins as well that also work really well. But the amount you get is incredible. You know, you can install a whole Skyblock plugin or feature just with one plugin. That's it, you know, maybe another one for economy. Whereas me trying to make this on Bedrock would have taken a long time. lots of command blocks and commands. I'm not quite there with data packs yet. I don't know if anybody's looked at data packs and stuff. It can get a little bit complicated. I've tried out with functions, that was quite fun. I've not quite yet made my own resource pack. If anybody's got any good YouTube links or suggestions, leave them down in the comments. I'll make sure to check them out. I'd like to learn myself as well. However, with these plugins, what they do is they're going to enable lots of different things like I was saying. I mean, you're going to get like, you know, economy, pre-built shops, mini games, extra backpacks. What I have noticed is they don't change stuff like mods do though. They won't be able to change a texture. However, they do change the behavior really well. Also, you tend to be able to tweak a Java server. I don't know about a single player, but a Java server you do tend to be able to tweak quite a lot. And they do give you the option to play all the way back to like the first version, which I find with Bedrock, they just don't. They pretty much only allow you the latest version. You can sort of get around this with like Nucket. I'm not sure if Nucket X servers are still a thing. I know when I last checked, they sort of stopped updating, whereas the MCPE servers did keep updating. So, you know, if you really wanted to try plugins, I would suggest an MCPE server. That's going to be for Bedrock. You can connect with mobiles, it's a server. And also computer. You can download other apps as well, which I have tried out myself, to be fair. They use quite easily, just download an app. You put in your IP for the server, which is Bedrock server or MCPE, and it creates like a LAN game. So then when you go on your friends section, you can just connect to your or whatever server it is like that, as if it was a friends game. And now this is good. You can use the plugins. They have got some good plugins on there. The only problem is the actual world generation on there. I mean, it's not great. I've tried to make a world, and really what you can get away with is like a mini game world, because even with like mob plugins and stuff like that, it still seems a little bit backwards compared to Java with the mods and plugins, sorry. And unfortunately, you're not really going to get it that real to life. The world generation is really bad. It's like, you know, almost first Minecraft world generation. You don't get any villagers, any mobs, and unfortunately, it's alright to start with, but it's just not that playable afterwards unless it's a mini game. So that's where the plugins come in quite nicely. So now let's go to Bedrock, like official Bedrock, one that you'll play on your Xbox, you know, maybe even Switch and stuff like that. So one of the things I really loved with that is just the fact of the command blocks and what you're able to do just with these little blocks in game. It took me quite a while to figure out that you can actually use these. I didn't play for quite a few years, got back to it, and then it was just by chance that my son sort of mentioned it. And I thought, well, why not try it out? I think the first thing I'd done is gave myself some diamonds. I thought it was amazing. Just the fact that you could type in this thing with the cheats on, which we usually had anyway, for other reasons, like being able to teleport to each other. And then you can just give yourself diamonds or make some wood appear, etc. So we started a build and stuff like that. Now, although at first it might seem a little bit difficult, after a while you start to get the hang of it, and you start to realise what can do what can trigger the other. You start to learn other little commands and put them in together. And of course, YouTube's a brilliant place for this. Obviously I do a load on my channel, but you can also learn there's so many other Bedrock channels which will show you Bedrock commands, and after a while you sort of get the hang of it, you know, realise that you can make like a shop out of it. You can just make so many multiple things out of these options, as long as you're sort of thinking creatively and out of the box sometimes. You know, obviously there's lots of tutorials, but then if you try and put one and the other together, you can then create this really awesome thing. Now, I'm not saying that Java doesn't have command blocks. I just never actually got myself to really playing with that side of it. Once I did go to Java, which was quite recently, I suppose, I just went straight to plugins and mods. So I guess that Java, I sort of missed the command block sort of stage, although they do look like they have some really good options, you know, like team options and stuff like that, so you can segregate people, which is always quite hard on Bedrock command blocks. You can do it with tags, but it can be a bit of a pain. So at the moment, one of the things that I am working on the server is to try and get areas that you can sell, e.g. like a shop that you can like buy, you can get rent for, etc. And then you can then sell the shop again if you want somebody else to buy it. Now, it's working pretty good, but again, with the tags, they can get mixed up with the @p if you don't do it in a correct space, if somebody's not standing in the correct space. So, of course, I am just trying to, like, fix it up a little bit, and that's one of the things with Bedrock and command blocks you might spend a lot of time doing, is just tweaking. However, you can get it perfect, and I've managed to make whole mini games with command blocks, and it really is quite fun. I think a lot of the building and fun process, well, like I just said, is the building, really. You know, like the excitement of getting something, not getting it right, and then actually getting it right in the end, and then getting a really nice finished product. So enough about command blocks and stuff, let's go on to some YouTubers. Who are your favourite YouTubers? I know there's a lot out there, and there is a lot of Minecraft, and there's just so much variety as well. I mean, obviously you get from like the MrBeast challenges, where it's just like total excitement, people are playing for money, you know, people are really hard into it. You got like Fitz, which is 2B2T, of course, that is a whole different genre. Thinking about it, really, 2B2T videos should have really got boring by now in a way, but it's not that, and it's the way he says it, it's his storytelling, it's, you know, you're almost listening just to his voice, and the images are just there for show. They're nice images and he puts them in well. But you know, that has been going for ages and he's got a huge fan base. I've got to say, I watch it myself. I don't watch the live shows on Sunday so much. Unfortunately, I do have little ones. They're running around too much for me to watch. I would otherwise. However, his storytelling is incredible. And just the way that he captures the history, he puts it in this nice little package and then he delivers it in like a nice video. Now, of course, you do have everybody on Hermitcraft. Unfortunately, I as much as I used to watch it quite a lot, I haven't managed to catch up with it quite as much. I still do enjoy it. Of course, my favourites would have to be Mumbo Jumbo, maybe Brian. They're the only two I only primarily watch the most. I did watch a bit of Scar as well. However, it's all quite entertaining and it's nice to see them doing that. However, one of the things that I have noticed, as I am on quite a few Facebook groups, is just the amount of people claiming for a Hermitcraft style server or realm, which I totally get. You're trying to say, you know, what it sort of is. But, you know, I wish sometimes people would think a little bit out of the box, maybe a little bit more original. I get it, everybody wants a Hermitcraft style server. But, you know, there's plenty of other really fun servers to do. I mean, you know, or like, you know, for instance, the Anarchy 2x2T server, it's been out for so long, it's got such a name for it. And it's totally different. You know, sometimes it's not bad to go with something totally different, of course. And, you know, they have got you can get the maps and stuff, but of course they've been played on again. Some of the Minecraft fun I find is just doing it yourself, having the experiences, doing stuff with people. You know, like stuff will just happen in Minecraft. It's that sort of open world game, isn't it? So, you know, you might be king of the world one day, and next time you fall in a lava pit and you lose everything. But then you come back and you can rebuild. That's part of it. So like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I'm building a server, building it with my good friend Knight, which always joins me on stuff like this, because I find it always nice to have like some sort of creative thing you can go to when you're not playing a survival, and you can just sort of have a bit of fun with it. And what I've been doing there is trying my best to do like carnival games, you know, stuff that you can go in, sort of pay an amount and then possibly win more back, much like you would with amusement parks and carnivals. And I am doing this solely on Bedrock for a Bedrock server. Now I do have a few servers, one's Java, one's crossplay, which we'll get to in a minute about crossplay, because I love talking about that. It's just such a good thing. I think I spent so long talking about or thinking about how good that would be, and then it had come out. I am trying to change my style up a bit. In the last server that we made, Server X, we tried to keep it super realistic with everything the building wise. This time we're going a bit more colourful, a bit more bold, a little bit more in your face, and way more mini games than just more focused on survival, something that people can come in and just have a load of fun in spawn. Maybe add a bit of RPG element in terms of you can like progress, you can do some quests which will earn you money, you can maybe get a job which will then buy you buildings, and you know, sort of fun stuff like that. Stuff that you don't have to go out and do survival, you can actually have fun on your own as well, rather than just having to find people. Let's say the server's quiet, you want to go do a fun little thing, you can do that, you can shoot some targets, try and win some cash, or tokens I think we called it. But yeah, trying to add lots of little fun things there. So now to the crossplay servers, and this is one of my favourite subjects because like I said, it's something that I wanted for so long to be cross capable, and sometimes I don't think people realise, you know, what you're able to do now with it. Some of my latest videos are sort of how to add plugins to Bedrock, which is really like a play on the fact that you're masking a Java server as a Bedrock one, but it works so well, because, you know, just with the use of two plugins, so you've got the Geyser and you've got the Floodgate, and the way it works is Geyser will translate basically a lot of the data coming over from Java to Bedrock. Floodgate is like an authenticator which will let the Bedrock clients add in or go into the game. However, with using Floodgate, you don't have to like do any sort of sign-in process or anything like that. It's pretty much straight in as soon as they log into the server. Sometimes you might find there's like a 10-second delay where it looks like you're floating in space, but apart from that, you know, I can't complain for a 10-second delay of floating in space as long as I can play with other servers. And I do it all the time. One of my Skyblock servers is using a plugin for Java. It's on a Java server with the Geyser and a Floodgate plugin. And now Bedrock people can just go on there. I go on there with my Bedrock and play, and you can use it the plugin. So it has all the features. It has the shops that comes with it, has the upgrades. You know, you get your island creation. It's really good. And your Bedrock people and Java can go on. So if you've got a friend that plays Java and another friend that plays Bedrock, even if he's on Xbox, you can just download this little app. After you've downloaded it, you just simply, like I said, you put in your IP, your port, and then you can use it as LAN to join on from like your Xbox, your PlayStation. It's great. It's a really good idea. So now with more players being able to join on, especially where you got console, you got PCs, you got mobiles and everything basically being able to join in one place, there's more people than ever playing Minecraft. However, one thing that I haven't really got quite yet, one of my other friends is really good at it and he creates data packs and stuff like that, and hopefully we might have him on the show at some point, but he knows how to do it. I don't really quite understand yet how to make these packs, how to change all the resources properly. I've watched quite a few videos, however I'm still finding it quite hard to click, not enough to be able to know it to then pass the knowledge on again myself. I really want to like properly understand it and make sure that I've got nothing going wrong first before I maybe make a video myself about how to do it. Functions I have got, and they're quite fun to do, like stuff like an auto building house. I spent probably about half a day and I probably shouldn't have spent that long, but you know, you can do like up to 10,000 commands just with one. So by saying /function and then your function name, you can run up to 10,000 commands pretty much simultaneously. So I basically decided to take it upon myself to make an auto building house. Now this wasn't easy. I had to figure out where every block was and do a fill command. You know, you fill the bottom, you do like the roof bit by bit, you fill a bed. It ended up coming really nice. And literally all I had to do is one command. So, you know, lots of options to do there. I'd love to, once I know that a little bit better, make some videos as well. Or maybe even my own pack where you've got like, you know, a few houses or maybe like a selection of houses that you can use as a command. You could then put that function command in a command block and then you could use it for your server. People could buy automatic houses, press a button and that will happen. That'd be pretty cool. Now for those that are also interested in servers, learning more about that sort of side, I do have a help desk on my website, which I'll leave in the description. It's jdogofficial.com. Just head over there. Not only do I have tutorials for the Minecraft, I actually do have building websites as well if that's what you're into, or if you want to learn that, got lots of tutorials on there. And of course my my other channel that I work on as well, Seeker Host, and we got loads and loads of tutorials about building websites there. If that is interested to you, head on over there. I'll leave a link as well, or something popping up on the screen now if this is on YouTube. So with this help desk, it's absolutely free. You can just go on there, you can create a ticket even as a guest, and you can just ask me anything or ask part of the team, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible, just letting you know with an answer. A lot of the time we get questions about cross-platforms, if something's gone wrong, something's worked, and we can also help you out with that. We can help you out with plugins, setting up servers. You know, it's what we do, so we like to help out. So lastly, before we finish this, we're just going to talk about the best Skyblock plugin. So I suppose this is primarily for the Java players, but I've been thinking myself, I've been using the same one for so long. They have updated it and it's really good, and I just can't seem to find another one that beats it. I don't know if you've played it, but it's Iridium Sky Block. Now, if anybody has used this plugin, they'll know that you get so many things in it. You get like a shop pre-built, upgrades, missions, like an ore generator. It's like a cobble generator, however, it will actually make ores for you. You can then upgrade that so it makes better ores at a faster thing. It creates an island for you. I can't really find any better ones. I have played some other ones, however, they've let me down in other ways. So yeah, if anybody does have any good ideas, let me know. I'd love to have another good Skyblock plugin. At the moment, I use Iridium on 2 servers, one cross-platform and Java as well, so it does actually work really well on both. Even for Bedrock, you can log on and you can play just like you would any other Skyblock server. And I think on the next time we might go through it a little bit more, how you can just sort of interchange with cross-platform servers using the plugins as a Bedrock client. Again, like my video, if you have watched it already, you can simply OP yourself and you can run the whole server as a Bedrock person. You haven't got to have a Java account at all. So you can pretty much install any plugin that will work, and I've tested a lot of them. A lot of them do actually work, even as a Bedrock user using the commands. Lucky Perms, Essentials, you got Vault, and of course all of them are essential to most servers. And I think we're going to be going through a bit more of that next time. So thanks for watching. Hope you found this entertaining as a sort of podcast sort of vlog. Should be doing a lot more. If you did like it, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Put something down in the comments, let me know if you like it. I'll carry on if you do. So unfortunately I could probably waffle about Minecraft for too long. So we'll see you next time. Bye bye.